From the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Oh, that's a tough one. That is a very, very, very tough one. I don't know. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I think I probably want to do something with some of the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, because I just like the sci-fi element. That's kind of fun. And it's a totally different environment than what Deadpool is used to, so. Anyone in there, pretty much I'd be happy with. Just a grouped team-up movie. Let's do it. Yeah.
Siguiente pregunta, Televisa Digital, Liliana Carmona. Liliana.
Sí, de este lado.
¿No te vemos?
Hi, Ryan. My question is, which is the biggest challenge in making a superhero movie? Again, you're considered to be family made with acid humor and adult classified.
What is the biggest challenge of making a superhero film with sort of dark humor and that sort of thing?
Yeah. Because we also the Avengers and I don't know, the X-Men, and that is a family movie. The kids can see the movie, and this one, I mean, I can take my nephew to see this one.
Yeah.
And what is the biggest challenge to make this kind of movie?
I think it's, for us it's about this, really, because a boring answer, it's the story, it's all about the story. The kind of rated R part of it and all that stuff is really just gives us an ability to sort of push the boundaries of the superhero world and see things that we wouldn't normally see, but I guess the biggest challenge is getting stuff past Fox. I mean, that's sort of the hardest hurdle, and tell you the conversations we sometimes get, because, Deadpool's very meta, he breaks the fourth wall, there's stuff in the original script and stuff we actually shot, which we sort of had to take out, mostly because we were mentioning Fox executives by name, which they didn't like. So it's that kind of stuff, really. It's nothing too crazy.
Siguiente pregunta, revista Hola, Sofía Martínez. Sofía.
Hi Ryan, over here.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm wondering, as Deadpool you can teleport. So as Ryan, if you could travel in time, to what moment of your life would you go and why? And also, you and Blake are definitely couple goals. What's the secret for a good marriage?
Wow. Well, time travel, for starters, is a big part of our marriage. She likes me to always look 3 months younger than I do, so I go back. No, I don't know if I could travel in time. I would completely waste it. I'm sure I would. It would be like I would travel back to like an hour and a half ago and order something different from room service. I'd blow it. In terms of my family, I don't know. Our secret is. Excuse me, I did have a big lunch. Our secret is nothing crazy. It's just we spend time together. We prioritize our family. We don't usually work at the same time, which is an obscene luxury to have because a lot of people don't have that ability. But our jobs are weird because I'd be shooting in Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic while she's shooting in San Francisco or something. So it can be a little bit challenging. So we don't work at the same time, which is sort of how we do it. It works for us. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Siguiente pregunta, reporte Índigo, Hidalgo Neira.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
You are messing around with everyone in this movie, with Disney, with DC, with Marvel, with everyone.
Yeah.
But you are forgetting the person of the moment, Donald Trump. Why you are not messing with him? And also, if you can talk about the budget. Thanks.
Yeah. Look, you can make jokes about Donald Trump, but Donald Trump makes the best jokes about Donald Trump. So, it's not. To me, that's not even fun. I don't find that fun or funny or So I think that's kind of like low-hanging fruit. And trust me, Deadpool's fine with low-hanging fruit. But that one I don't think. There's so many crazy things that happen in a 24-hour news cycle. If you're going to commit to a movie that you hope is watched again in 5-10 years, are they really going to remember, the hand-holding thing with the president of France? I don't know. It just seems sort of silly. But and the budget, the budget is interesting because we don't have the budget that the movies in the MCU have, nor do we have the budget that they use in the DC universe. So, but I think that's good because necessity is the mother of invention. And every time they take something away from us in terms of the budget, we're forced to rely on character as opposed to explosions and plot. And look, Deadpool's never going to be the guy that's trying to save the world. He's you know, he doesn't necessarily represent, you know, 2018's woke male. He represents a dysfunctional idiot who just wants to be a better person, you know, and so he's immature and he's impetuous and, you know, his goals are very short-sighted. He wants to save a kid, he doesn't want to save the planet, you know. So our budget is sort of conducive to that, you know, it makes it worthwhile for a studio to take a gamble on a rated R film like ours. You know, that granted has mass appeal, I think that's been proven, but they still don't shower us, they still don't say, hey, yeah, just go to town. I mean, this is not how Fox works, ever. So a lot of stuff we have in the movie are favors, friends, calling friends, cameos in the movie, they're all favors, like us making calls, just saying, please, can you come play with us for a few minutes, you know, so.
Thank you. Siguiente pregunta, Cine NT y Edwin Torres.
Hola Ryan, en un mundo donde los superhéroes están haciendo
One second. Acoustic pacemaker here.
en un mundo donde los películas de superhéroes se parecen regir por reglas muy estrictas, ¿qué tan divertido es para ti jugar con ellas, romperlas y ser demasiado fiel a tu estilo para crear un producto diferente, pero a la vez que es fiel a todo el mundo de los cómics?
Okay, this is just playing Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. So maybe you could translate for me? I can't.
En un universo donde parece que las películas se rigen por reglas muy estrictas, ¿qué tan divertido es para él jugar con ellas, romperlas, para crear un superhéroe que es diferente y que tiene su propia personalidad?
Okay, when you do a movie, you have very strict rules
Yes.
to make it.
Yeah.
No? How do you break these rules and you find it fun to do it?
So your question is that in Deadpool there are rules that are very specific.
In every movie, you have
Oh.
rules, specific rules
Yes.
to make a film.
Yeah.
But in Deadpool, if you break them,
Yes.
if you broke them, did you find it fun? Or what?
Oh, right, yeah, well, I mean, Deadpool's are, you know, it's magical character. For me, it's a thrill of a lifetime, because you get to sort of break every rule that there is. I mean, you get to break the fourth wall, you address the audience directly, you get to do things in marketing that become an extension of your actual film, as opposed to just strategic, specific marketing stuff. You know, we get to shoot viral videos that are ridiculous, and we should all be arrested for. And you know, we get to do these things that, you know, most films don't get to do, and that's simply because you have a character who has a relationship with the audience. And so I love all that stuff. I love breaking those rules. I love that, you know, Deadpool will attack Ryan Reynolds just as quickly as he'll attack someone else, you know, so it makes it fun and unpredictable, and I think interesting, particularly in a world where, you know, a lot of the superheroes are virtuous to a certain degree, so it's fun, I think, to have a character that's slightly morally flexible.
Siguiente pregunta, Popcorn Show, Eric Gallardo.
Gracias, Luis. Por favor. Tengo dos preguntas. La primera es, ¿qué es lo que significa ser un héroe para Ryan Reynolds? Y la segunda es, si tuviera que darle un consejo a alguien que ha hecho películas de superhéroes y no ha podido lograr un éxito, ¿cuál es el consejo que le daría? Por la primera, ¿qué es ser un héroe?
For Ryan Reynolds, what does it mean to be a superhero?
For me, what does it mean to be a superhero? I think it means to be better, to try to be better than who you were yesterday. I don't think it means that you know, have to save Metropolis from an evil empire. I think, you know, I don't know, to me that's the sort of credo of Deadpool. He's a guy who's just trying to be a little bit better than he was yesterday, you know. And that's interesting to me, you know, we're all sort of flawed and trying to be better, and we're all very complex, and I don't know, so that's the superhero.
And the second was, what do you tell an actor that wants to be a superhero but hasn't got it yet?
Oh.
What do you recommend to him to get to be a superhero?
Oh, just wait, because everyone eventually plays one. Yeah, just patience.
Okay. Siguiente pregunta, Empire, Alonso Noriega. Alonso?
Hello, Ryan.
Hi.
Hello, Ryan. What do you think that Ryan Reynolds has left to the Deadpool legacy, and backwards? What does Deadpool has left to your life?
Well, I mean, to give you a perfectly straight answer, Deadpool's been the probably one of the greatest privileges of my career. I mean, it's once in a while, I mean, in terms of what it's given to me, you know, once in a while we see that the long game can pay off, you know, and persistence can pay off. And I spent, you know, 10 years trying to get the movie made before they even considered the first one. And then, you know, then it's a crazy moment in your life when they basically say, you know, they spend 10 years sort of saying, I don't think we want to make this. And then they say, okay, you need to make a sequel now, and you have 8 months go. You know, so that's a strange position to be in. But for me, it's been a huge privilege. You know, I mean, the cornerstone of all of this is that the fans got this movie made, not me, not anybody else. I just waited around and hoped that something like that would happen. But you know, the studio gave us a tiny bit of money to make an experimental test footage, and that test footage, you know, accidentally leaked on the internet, and the internet spoke loudly and helped get this movie made. And so in a way, it's there. They're the authors of this journey that we're on, and it's kind of awesome. And it doesn't usually happen that way. And so I'm really grateful to everybody, every single person who made their voice for it to get this made.
Siguiente pregunta, si no puedes clic, Nayeli Hernández. Nayeli.
Hello, Ryan, over here.
Hi. Sorry, I was distracted by his shirt. Sorry.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you? Is that heavy or is it okay?
It's really
Good.
I'm shaking.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to know an easy one.
Okay.
What Deadpool thinks of Ryan Reynolds? And after that, can you invite your fans to watch Deadpool in Cinepolis Click?
Oh, yes. I would love anyone and everyone to come see Deadpool, especially Deadpool 2. What does Deadpool think of Ryan Reynolds? This is something we decided early on. We decided this back in the first movie, but you don't really see it come to fruition as much in this movie. But I kind of think it's funny, and I enjoy the fact that Deadpool sort of hates Ryan Reynolds. So I assume many of you here have seen Deadpool 2 now. You can see that that's pretty epic in the movie as well. But so I don't think Deadpool's the biggest Ryan Reynolds fan, which I think is sort of hilarious. Because most of what Deadpool's going through is sort of self-loathing anyway, and I think I'm kind of self-loathing, and I sort of filter my pain through a prisoner of humor, and so is Deadpool, so I don't know. I think we're too similar, so we just didn't get along. Yeah.
Siguiente pregunta, Unicable, Cristina Pedraza.
Oh, hello.
Over here. Welcome to Mexico, and I have 2 questions. The first one is the female characters in the movie. They are very strong, they are in charge, they don't need to be saved by Deadpool. Sometimes they save Deadpool. So I want to know if this movie was inspired by the Me Too and Times Up movements. If not, do you think this movie can help those movements to go further on the silver screen? And the second one, do you like to see Blake Lively as a superhero in a movie? Which one will it be?
Oh, nice. I'll answer the second one first. Yes, I would love to see her as a superhero. She is a superhero. She does amazing things. She's such a big part of Deadpool too. You know, she's one of the many voices that helps author Deadpool. The first one was that yes, there's strong female characters in Deadpool. And there should be strong female characters in Deadpool, and I just sort of say, so what? Of course there are. It should be completely normalized. I don't think it needs to be something that we've had ourselves on the back for, or, you know, there's a gay couple in Deadpool too as well. Again, like, big deal. It just should, that's life. These are representations of life, and I think that that's important. And, yeah, I don't know if what is happening in the movie is I don't think it's in reaction at all to Me Too or Time's Up. Those we'd already completed most of our filming by the time that sort of movement, and justly so, began in Hollywood and all over the world. So no, but I don't think it's a statement. I just think it should be normalized as much as possible. You know, I don't know. I don't think it needs to be special or anything like that, or, you know, for me, it should be just every superhero movie should have a nice mix of everybody. You should have a chance for everybody to have themselves represented on screen in a pretty awesome way. So, yeah.